Di Stefano's all-time scoring record.
Si yo hubiera sabido.
If I had known that this would turn into a goal-scoring competition, then I'd have scored a lot more.
Hubiera hecho mucho más.
Di Stefano's record had stood for nearly 45 years. Now it was broken by Raul, who'd arrived at Real Madrid as a 15-year-old.
Even as a kid, he was always destined to make it at the highest level.
Played when he was 17, scored this goal, scored that goal, broke this record, went on his way to break every single record.
He's a fighter, and he's a Madridista through and through.
I'm always thinking about goals. It's the most important thing in a match. You can play well for 90 minutes, but if you don't score, you don't win.
Madrid is a city that always thinks big, and Raul has made one of the biggest statements of all, breaking goal-scoring records for Spain and Real Madrid, becoming one of the symbols of the city. But it all started in one of the more obscure suburbs to the south of the city, San Cristobal de los Ángeles. He was born there on the 27th of June 1977 and attended school at Ramón Gómez de la Serna. But it was just beyond the school gates that Raul found his passion, at the local football club, a youth team in the district. Raul started to play there as an 11-year-old, and one person who remembers the young Raul is Renato de la Cour, one of his first coaches.
We had players who were technically better than Raul, but none of them worked as hard as him. When he arrived at training, he would be working when his mates were standing around chatting. Above all, he's a fighter. Technically, he wasn't a world beater as a footballer, but he just worked so hard.
As a southern suburb of Madrid, San Cristobal is a stronghold of Atletico Madrid support, and Raul was no exception. His father, Don Pedro, was a passionate Atletico fan, and his son made him a very happy man when Raul joined Atletico as a youngster at the age of 13.
He was Atletico through and through, and his father was too. Then, everything changed.
So Raul started out at Atletico's Vicente Calderón stadium rather than the Bernabeu. But famously, Atletico's volatile president, Jesus Gil, disbanded the youth scheme, and Raul was left with nowhere to go but neighbours Real Madrid, who were more than pleased to take him.
It was a change for the good. Atletico are a great club, but the truth is they didn't put too much into the youth system at the time. Real Madrid gave me a call, and I don't think there's a better place to improve a game. They've produced so many great players.
Personally, I think he's a traitor. But seriously, I'm very proud to have worked with him, to have known him before the whole world knew him when he was young. Hats off to him.
So Raul had made it to the Bernabeu, but still he was one of hundreds trying to make it as a professional. His dedication took him to Madrid's third team, where he caught the attention of the coach, Jorge Valdano.
Mentally, he was fantastic. He was intelligent, ambitious, and very competitive. He had this incredible dynamism. He wasn't necessarily a very strong player, not particularly fast, or even that great technically. The secret of his success was in his head.
For me, Valdano has been really important because of the confidence he gave me and the values he taught me. There I was at 17 years of age, A child playing for the best team in the world, with all that pressure, all that responsibility. But the confidence he showed in me, it helped a lot.